Our first speaker is Susan Nyambura, and they say the first time you do a thing is always the most exciting time. So Susan, we hope you are excited as we are to hear your speech. When asked what is her most memorable first time experience, Susan had this to say. It was the first time she went ice skating. She was excited and scared at the same time. From choosing the right size of skates, to walking with the skates, which takes time to adjust and balance, to getting inside the rink, which is very slippery. Taking the courage to skate without the support of the wall, falling and getting back up, all while augmenting your skating experience. Nonetheless, taking the lesson that unless and until you fall, you won't rise. Well, we seem to be having a team of skaters in our Toastmasters club this evening. That is superb. Now to introduce Susan, we'll have the first speech evaluator, Mr. Jerome Kimani. Mr. Jerome Kimani, kindly explain to us and Susan.
Thank you very much, Madam TMOD. Susan Nyambura will be attempting her CC1, her icebreaker speech, which is her first speech in Toastmasters, which is a very apt speech to be attempting on a day of first times. The purpose of this speech is for Susan to introduce herself to the club and to learn the basic structure of a public speech. She has 4 to 6 minutes. The title of her speech is To Infinity and Beyond. To Infinity and Beyond, Susan Nyambura. Susan Nyambura, To Infinity and Beyond.
Thank you, Mr. Evaluator. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. A quote by Mark Twain. Looking back, I'm aware of how it started. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Tonight, I get to tell you my story. I cleared my class 8 in the year 2013. I just turned 13 and in the verge of something I didn't quite understand, which I now know was puberty. I was on top list of my class, nor was I at the bottom. I was on what you would call average. I mean, 398 marks wasn't so bad. I was not impressed, but that wasn't a bother. You see, when you're the last born, not so many things get to really stress you out. 2014 came, and I got my admission letter. Only that this time round, conservator school it was. Well, however, before joining conservator school, you're required to get a few textbooks, which I did. And amongst them was a thick purple covered book called Gateway Computer. And I immediately fell in love. What would call love at first sight. Usually, my parents will leave early for work and be back late in the evening. Both of my brothers, who were at the university then, wouldn't buy my idea of commuting so that we'll spend time together whenever they didn't have classes. For the record, now that I'm older, I totally understand. So pretty much of my time would just be spent chilling in the house. Given all the free time I had, I decided to try out a few of my hobbies. I started learning how to play a guitar, which surprisingly didn't go so well. I also started reading books, and amongst them was Gateway Computer. I couldn't get my hands off this book. I loved every bit about it, from how it explained the history of computing to how abacus machines really work and the future of technology. I was simply hooked. I even started making notes, and my thirst for knowledge increased with every acquisition, and I somehow got to read through the entire book. I even remember taking on a few practical sessions using our home desktop. I typed out a letter addressing to both of my brothers while adjusting their names and their addresses, a feature would call mail merging in my computer class. Well, time passed and I got time for reporting school came. I don't like school, but this time round, I was looking forward to my computer classes. I remember in our first computer class, the teacher asking us to exemplify on what we understood by the term computers. And guys, the smile on my face as I looked around to see whether anyone had put up their hand. You know, the imposter syndrome in me. The questions that would follow, I pretty much had all the answers. I mean, I had read the book. So by the end of my first class, I was selected to be the computer representative for my class. I was excited, beyond elated. I mean, I don't get to shine every day, but this was my turn. I attended most of the computer contests and I'd emerged the best. I mean, I had read the entire computer syllabus before I even joined high school. Brilliant, you'd say. For the record, I even got 2 scholarships, one to Zalego in Westlands and the other to Moringa School. And time came, I cleared my Form 4, and I cleared my Form 4 in the year 2017, scored a B+, but I wasn't sure on what I wanted to pursue. In the meantime, though, I joined my fellow tech people at Zalego in Westlands. I enjoyed myself while there. I made a few friends, and after much contemplation, I settled on a bachelor's in business information technology. One thing remains constant for me: my love for computers. It spans to infinity and beyond. And although I feel like at times I'm far from reaching my final destination, I'm certain that I'm in the verge of something bigger than me. One I'm yet to discover. Back to you, Madam Chiamodi.
Wow. Wow, Susan, a computer guru. I am in awe.